7 toughest people of all time. 7. An American trapper. Hugh Glass was an American trapper and lived between 1783 to 1833. Only a few historical records from his lifetime exist, and the most of his life is a complete mystery. Being alone and secluded in the wilds of the Rocky Mountains, this man is mainly known for one fatal episode: the terrifying bear ambush that the fur hunter survived. Glass was ambushed by the mother grizzly bear as she was passing by with her cubs and was severely hurt. It seems safe to conclude that he didn't intend to survive either, yet he would survive the ambush. After that, his hunting party fled, leaving him behind with a fractured leg and numerous other injuries. He returned to society in spite of the harsh nature, hunger, and cold that were all around him. 6. The most lethal sniper in the world. Finland and the USSR were engaged in combat, and there was a sniper who played a really unique role. He was Simo Häyhä from Finland, and the Red Army merely referred to him as White Demise because he was always well camouflaged and usually caught the adversary off guard. With a repeating rifle in his unit, Häyhä took life of more than 500 USSR men. He was regarded as history's greatest sniper. As a result, he currently holds the title for being the most skilled sniper soldier ever. 5. The Apache Chief. Though almost everyone has heard of Geronimo, relatively few are aware of his identity or the reasons for his significance in North American history. Because he was constantly exhausted and dozed off, he was given the name Gaklaya when he was born in 1829. Many years later, he would take on the name of Geronimo. When he was a young child, his Apache parents were mercilessly killed. He was saddened by the incident, which increased his hatred and rage as well as his desire for retaliation and resistance. He engaged in numerous wars against his nation's adversaries who sought to wipe off the local Native American tribes. He became a legend in many indigenous history books because of his unwavering commitment to Native Americans' freedom and justice. 4. A Marine with 2 awards. Around the start of the 20th century, China and the United States engaged in a severe struggle known as the Boxer Rebellion. Up to 130,000 Chinese citizens are thought to have been executed during this dark period of history. Due to his dedication and fidelity to the country, a Marine from the United States got 2 prestigious awards. Although being regularly fired at and feeling as though his life depended on it, Daniel Daly held the position alone atop a stronghold, refusing to yield to the enemy once. He was awarded the highest distinction by the American government for this horrific mission. 3. Canadian soldier. Leo Major enlisted in the Canadian military in 1940 at the age of just 19. The young man inspired his battalion with his willingness to fight the Germans during World War II. Despite suffering terrible injuries and having already been wounded by a landmine, no one could quench the Major's desire for vengeance. By alone, he was able to liberate the Dutch city of Zwolle. After the war, he was given a very prestigious prize in recognition of this. 2. The Mongol warrior. Genghis Khan was definitely one of the most amazing people in human history. The renowned Mongol Empire was formed by the Mongol, who was a really important and brave warrior. His original name was Temujin, and he was born about 1155. The Mongols were renowned as horsemen who engaged in battle with tens of thousands of horses and warriors during the Middle Ages. From 1206 until 1227, Genghis Khan's rule resulted in the unification of tribes and the swift conquest of sizable portions of Central Asia. He was the first person to dominate the entire Mongol population, and he went on to win more battles that extended as far as the Sea of Japan. 1. The Chinese pirate. Up to the 19th century, pirates were among the most dreaded social classes. These merciless warriors were infamous for their raids that saw them take vast quantities of valuables and merchandise while showing no mercy. What is less well known is that certain seafarers would experience terror while around particular women. One of the most feared historical personalities of her day was the Chinese Zheng Yao, also known as Qing Shi, who was regarded as the queen of pirates. She had been an escort before getting married to a Chinese pirate king in 1801. She assumed control after his demise and led her navy across the South China Sea.